Hey everybody, it's Ryman. Riley Hamilton is back, and I am doing my yearly Riley Hamilton Rap Hour. The last one I did was, I think, in March 7th, and not a lot has happened since then in the rap world. So I kind of just took a little breather. Yeah, it's almost been 1 year since any major rap news. And so I think I'm just gonna give you, actually some new rap news came up today, and so I'm gonna give you some of that news right now. Sorry, I'm a little rusty. It's been a while since I did this, but I'm gonna give you the new rap news that has come out today, and maybe any lingering things that have happened over the last year since I've been away. Unfortunately, today a Spider-Man trailer dropped for the next Spider-Man movie, and a lot of the trending topics on Twitter are related to that. You should see it. I mean, it's basically almost 8 of the 10 trends are related to Spider-Man. So that's a huge movie. It's going to be box office boffo. It's going to be huge at the box office, internationally and domestically. But that is kind of diverting some of the conversation away from rap-related topics. But oh my god! Sorry everybody, I left some coffee burning on the stove when I started this rap video, and it was so hot it evaporated all the coffee that was in the pot, and now it's just charred on the bottom of the pot, and the kitchen's all smoky. But I didn't want to make you wait too long, so I am going to let the smoke air out in the kitchen, and then probably get back to that in just a minute. And I have to grab my laptop again. Okay. I will edit out those breaks so that you guys don't have to suffer through the awkwardness of just standing out there. And I'm sorry that there was something. Sorry that happened while I was talking and everything, but I will edit it out. So anyway, now that we're looking at rap news, I wanted to just say first, the big rap news of the day is that Future will be releasing his album. Future, the megastar rapper who's been silent for almost 2 years. He hasn't had a solo album since I think Future Hendrix, his 2-part album that came out in so long ago, 2017. I think January of 2017. So it's been a really long time. I think he's had a couple mixtapes in the meantime, but for now, as of now, this is looking like it's his big first release since those 2 that I just mentioned. So anyway, that's a huge news. I feel like a new Future record is a showstopper, a game changer. It used to mean a little more than it does now, because I feel like he let off a little bit of his heat in the last 2 years, and I think the only thing we've had from him is Super Slimy, the collaborative tape with Young Thug, which was pretty bad, and then Beast Mode 2, which was good, but not enough for the Future heads, I don't think. So anyway, he's coming back, and he is ready to rip it up again, I think. I'd say the singles are slightly lackluster for this thing. Crushed Up and Jumping on a Jet. I would expect a little more from Future, but it's possible that he might be teasing us with some minor tracks, and then he's ready to just go fully out the window with some amazing stuff. So we'll see. I'm just going to check on George really quick. Some other stuff. I'm going to look at complex.com to check out like what they have listed on Twitter just for relevant rap news. They seem to be struggling today. I actually haven't seen anything noteworthy at all. There's some talk about the Kanye Coachella performance being canceled, but I don't think that. Who cares about Coachella? It's such a stupid festival. It's so lame. The headliners are always shitty for the most part. All the bands are shitty. The worst people in the world go there, so it's not worth talking about, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's barely any big rap news, and the only reason I wanted to post something is basically because so my subscriber numbers have been lowering a little bit, and in order to survive off this channel monetarily, I have to keep making videos. So, I mean, I don't want to lie, there is a financial incentive to me doing these once a year. Ariana Grande is going to headline Lollapalooza. Also, I think Ariana Grande is having a huge year. This isn't really a rap. She's not really rap affiliated, but she's having a huge year. She got on my radar in a big way this year, and although I don't see much merit in her music or her as a person, it's still really interesting when someone can cross over into the mainstream like that. It doesn't matter that I think she's a little stinker. She has really taken the world by the ear and made us have to think about her, that's something that is interesting. It's a slow rap year when Soulja Boy is making news. Soulja Boy, he had a hit in Soulja Boy, Crank That was a hit in 2007. So it's been 12 years since Soulja Boy was relevant. He can barely make a blip on the radar ever, and I think he's making a blip on the radar now because he said he's better than Tyga or something. Just a completely illogical, stupid claim. And basically, a rapper can get attention by saying they're better than someone at any time, and people will report on it. So it's just a really dumb news cycle regarding Soulja Boy. Oh, what else? Oh, I mean, there's some R. Kelly news, but that's not really rap related either. And he should be taken to the woodshed for his actions, I think. I mean, I don't want to get too political on here, and so I'm not going to state my opinion on it, but I think take R. Kelly out to the woodshed. Things are getting testy between Trippie Redd and Slim Jimmy. This is a non-issue. Trippie Redd totally fucking sucks. Slim Jimmy's a legend. Just go watch Sway Lee and Slim Jimmy's freestyle on Westwood TV to watch two legitimate masters freestyle for 10 or 15 minutes and just slaughter it. It's the best thing, one of the best rap-related things I've ever seen. They are so talented, and Trippie Redd sounds like a really stupid Muppet trying to sing in a bathtub or something. He's had one good song, Dark Knight Demo. Yeah, and he totally sucks. He shouldn't even be able to say Slim Jimmy's name. Apple products should have a a banning feature where Trippie Redd can't type anybody's name that they think he sucks worse than. And that's my opinion on that. Soulja Boy, yeah, a little more of him, just by him. I think it's clout chasing or name drop, whatever it's called when you just say somebody's name to get attention and you know that people report on it. Like when people say, "Oh, I'm better than Tupac." And it's like, okay, this guy says he's better than Tupac. He's not, obviously, but we're going to report on it because it's controversial that he said that. Man, I mean, it is a slow rap time. January is so slow. I mean, a Boogie with a Hoodie, the rapper, a Boogie with a Hoodie, had a #1 album and sold like 823 physical copies. Like, that's how you can be a superstar in January, by selling 823 copies. It's wild. It's really wild. And I think, yeah, anyway, I mean, it's just not worth even talking about. I just got a work email about Roy Choi, the Kogi founder. It's looking like his lawyer has some changes they'd like to make to his agreement, and it looks like we are going to accept all the changes and then have him sign, and we'll countersign, and then the deal will be closed. So look out for Roy Choi coming up. I also wanted to take this time. I saw that Mission Impossible is going to be starting up again with Chris McQuarrie. He's, I think, the best director of the Mission Impossible franchise, minus Brian De Palma, or not including Brian De Palma, the originator of it. But I just wanted to put out a solicitation that Chris McQuarrie, I would love to work on the next Mission Impossible movie or movies. There's 2 of them coming up. I have experience with almost every aspect of production. I have been a production assistant, a writer's assistant, a casting director, locations manager. I mean, I don't know if I could do locations on Mission Impossible. That seems pretty wild. I mean, maybe if I was with a team, me and a couple of my buddies could become the locations department for Mission Impossible, but that's probably the one job I wouldn't request. But if that's the only thing available, I would for sure take it. I wouldn't balk at being the locations manager on Mission Impossible 7 and 8. That would be insane. But my real talent is in casting, and that's what I have the most experience in. I've been a casting director for 6 years. I've done all types of casting for kids, casting for adults, and everything in between. And I would love to do casting or be involved with Mission Impossible. And heck, I would even be a PA. I think, although I don't like being a production assistant, I think that there would be so much merit in getting to work with you on a Mission Impossible movie and just have my IMDb say Mission Impossible. That would be a dream come true. And this, all the same stuff that I just said goes for J.J. Abrams as well. I want to work on a Star Wars film so bad, and I think that now there are so many Star Wars affiliated projects out in the universe, no pun intended, that I would love to be a part of anything that Star Wars does in the future. And so JJ, as I said to Chris McQuarrie, I have so much experience and so much love for your franchise that I would be honored, obviously, to be a part of it, and I would work every day committed to the fact that I'm working on the coolest thing in the world, and I would never disappoint you. So JJ or Chris, if you're listening, I really want to work on those amazing franchises, and I would do anything. I would work for a low rate or the union minimum, whatever it is. I'm non-union, but I would join the union. I would do anything. And I also travel and stuff. I would cover it. there is absolutely no reason why you have to include travel or anything. If Star Wars is filming in London, I will get there no matter what, and I'll stay with a friend, or Airbnb or a hostel. I would stay in a hostel, or in the production office on a cot. I wouldn't care. And if you don't want people to know that the PA sleeps on a cot while it's dark and everybody's asleep, I would move the cot an hour before people got in and move it in an hour after people left. There would have no existence of me as a PA sleeping there. So this is just an completely open plea to please work on either Star Wars or Mission Impossible. I love you guys. Chris McQuarrie, I've heard every interview you've ever done, and it is so fun listening to you talk about the Mission Impossible franchise, and to be a small piece of it, that would just be the absolute, tippy top of my career, and Star Wars is obviously the same. So I just want to say, I don't want to harp on it too much, and I don't want to spend too much time, talking about it, but I love you guys, and if there is any way for me to be involved, like I said, no travel expenses, no housing, no anything. I'm there, committed on the day, 12 hours if we go overtime, so just my email address is rileyhamilton1@gmail.com, rileyhamilton1@gmail.com, and you can email me absolutely anytime or have your assistants get in touch with me. I would love to work for you, and so I think that would be amazing. Okay. All right. And then this also concludes Riley Hamilton's Wrap Hour. Thank you so much for listening and bearing with me for the career-related segment of this, but hopefully I'll be back with Wrap Hour soon once Wrap starts popping off again. Thanks so much. Love you, my followers.